Here we are at the the town walls, and I just want to walk you through the architecture of medieval walls. I'm guessing the tree was not there at the very beginning, but this is what we call a barbican, or a tower, an external tower. The city walls are actually over here. You'll see our big tower up here, our guard tower. Our walls would be on either side. They're covered over so that you can't drop things onto them. And this is also an active traffic area, so I'm going to move out of the way. But we can go for a walk. And we're going to go for a wander into here. We got our space down under, going down towards the river. That would be defended as well. Nice stout stone wall down there. You can see it's probably 4 or 5 feet deep. And of course we have our gallery up here, which is where I want to go to. And I'm going to see if I can use the arrow holes to show you where I am. The arrow slits, and we'll see how that goes. So if we were to look outside, this is heading out into the city. Now they've got a nice beautiful little bridge here, kind of picturesque, but this would go out so that we could look down at anyone coming at us and defend the city. Back in. And we also have on this side another set of arrow slits so that we can look in and see traffic going by and the inner courtyard of the Barbican. That's that inside place where the tower is, so that we can fire in on anyone should they have penetrated the outer defenses and made their way to the inner courtyard. Now then they'd be surrounded on both sides, and we'd be a little bit cut off using this particular configuration, but we would have plenty of stuff to do. Now this one looks like it was made or at least adapted afterwards. We've got a little space in here going to our inner courtyard and a nice big ramp, I'm guessing, so that we can bring all sorts of stuff. Again, big windows on the outside this time. There we go. And windows on the inside as well along the covering, so we can look again. But this time we're looking into the outer courtyard, into that second courtyard, which is farther away from the town. Here you'll notice the windows are much larger than they were before. Now, it may have been that they were simply cut out and smoothed off, or it may have been that they were made for something else, because we have displayed along here a couple of artillery pieces, a couple of cannons, currently designed to keep out, I don't know, people driving over the speed limit or something, but right now used for that purpose. And they would go all the way around this outer Barbican that way. They would have a nice solid long distance piece of artillery there that they could use to bomb incoming armies. And they could shoot around it with rifles and muskets, or bows if we were back in the time of bow and arrow. We have a nice view of the outer courtyard. Again, solid entryway which can be closed with a set of gates and a surrounding set of walls. So the enemy would have to get through this, probably through those big gates down there, storm into this outer courtyard where there'd be another gate right there, meanwhile being fired upon by all of these people up here. Then once they got into here, they would have to get through there and then into the inner courtyard where they'd be fired on by us as well on both sides, with the tower providing an overview of all of these things and all of these pieces. Now this would go all the way around, and I'm assuming the ramp is so they could bring the cannons and the gunpowder and shot, the cannonballs and whatnot, up into this area. Before that, who knows? Other siege engines, I would assume, would be up here as well. Anyways, just a brief walk and an explanation of how castles and city walls were constructed and defended.